Hello, my friend. Welcome to Tuesday. It's 11:22 a.m., April 29th, 2025. Oh, hey, hi. It's 1:30 p.m., leaving the warehouse. Got to run an errand for my dad. If you remember, a few months ago, may it be 6 months ago, I don't know, I had to go to my mom and dad's old house because the new owner, through the power of Google, got some mail from my dad, and more specifically mail for us from the IRS. Back when COVID was going on, they gave a bunch of tax credits and rebates and all this mumbo jumbo crap, and we are just now finally getting our remaining checks. They're checks. I don't know exactly how much this one is, but my dad is crossing his fingers it's the biggest one, because when he first submitted them, this was the biggest one. They haven't all been super accurate. Like, some quarters were spot on, and some quarters were a little less, and some were a little more. So if it's anywhere close to what he's thinking, it's gonna be a good chunk of change. But anyway, it was the ERTC credits or whatever. Anyway, a check got mailed. Even though I've already spoken to the IRS multiple times, changed their address, they still mailed the check to my dad's old house. So I gotta go to North Phoenix to pick that up. And then I texted my mom to see if she's home and available and wants me to stop by. So depending on if between now and the time I get to that house to get the check, if she responds with a thumbs up, then we'll go visit my mom. Otherwise, straight on home. And yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like, yesterday I was like riding high. I was smiling and giggly and giddy and just having a great day. Better than I should have for a Monday. And here I am on Tuesday, and it's like I used up all my energy from today, yesterday. And now I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't really have, not that I'm not tired. I definitely don't have any wind in my sail. If we're using the sail analogy, I'm just kind of like just floating on still water. So we'll see if this drive and or a visit with my mom helps.
Of course, that's the least of the shit that happened. It's really
dance every day.
Well, we all danced for him. Everyone made videos of dancing, for Nick.
STIs. What's STI? What's the difference between infection and disease?
Yeah, I didn't know about that either.
This is how I used to get to my parents' house back in the day. Back when we would we'd bring the kids here, and my mom would watch them. Tiff would go to work, I'd still be at work. Or if they were staying with the parents for the weekend. It's a nice neighborhood, but it's like a maze to get in and out of this place. Like, there's two ways in and out, but it's a maze to zigzag all the way back to my parents' house, where the house is. It's like there's no straight roads, no straight shots. So let's see, I made a right, then made a right, and then a right, and then a left, and now I'm making another right. And oh, look, this road forces you to go left. Okay, so right, now left. And then another left. That road also turns. See, it's like the way they built it. It's like they wanted it to be like this secluded. You're like in this special. It's like, no, it's a pain in the ass. This neighborhood sucks to get in and out of. God forbid there be an apocalypse. You'd be screwed. You'd just be stuck in here. You're better off on foot. This park was really cool though. If you guys have been watching the vlog for a long time, you remember this park. We took the kids here when they were real little. Playground, sand volleyball. There's a basketball court back there. Lots of memories there with the kids. Well, we had success. we got the 2 letters from my dad's former house, and my mom was home, and we checked in on her. She's doing well. If you remember, she was in the hospital. Actually, I don't think I even told you guys that she was in the hospital again recently. She basically had precursor to a heart attack. I don't think they officially said she had a heart attack, but she was right there. She was like basically about to have a heart attack, and they put a stent in. So she has a stent now in, and she's doing well. She's recouping. Obviously, anytime they're doing anything with your heart, your arteries, you're sore, you're fatigued. There's a lot of stress on the heart. So she's been kind of taking it, chilling low key for the last couple of weeks. She goes back to the cardiologist tomorrow for a checkup. So I told her to keep me posted on how that goes and any new developments or updates. Unfortunately, it's getting warmer outside, aka it's getting hot outside, and so my mom will not be able to do much of anything. I remember a couple of years ago, I was over there doing yard work, and she came outside just to kind of like chat with me, and she started sweating profusely and damn near fainted. So she cannot handle the heat whatsoever, which is ironic living in Arizona. I mean, she's definitely a prime candidate to move out of Phoenix. At the very least, move up to like cooler weather up north, Flagstaff, Prescott, Payson, that sort of thing. But I doubt that that's going to happen. Anyway, so I just chatted with her for about 20-30 minutes or so. I couldn't stay long because I got a little delivery to make in my part of town. Plus, the longer I wait, the more traffic I'm going to run into. And it's already a 45-minute drive with no traffic. With traffic, it's an hour easily. So, and so sooner the better. Sooner the better. When I was watching Nomad Brad's vlog, the one where he was downtown Phoenix, I saw him pull into this parking lot here, and I was like, wait, I know that parking lot. And then he talks about Costco, and I was like, wait, that's my Costco. So yeah, that was kind of cool. It's always wild when you stumble across a YouTube video in a location that you're familiar with, or more specifically, your hometown. Like, he's walking around Roosevelt. I'm like, I love that place. I was just down there like a couple weeks ago, right? When I was there, I guess it's been about a month now, when we got that new customer. I was like, I've been to Roosevelt dozens of times and hundreds of times. And it's my hood. I love it. And it's a place that I really love too. Like, I love Roosevelt Row. Like, I talk about that place all the time, And of course, now we're getting into the summer months where it's too hot to just walk around on a regular basis. Even First Fridays during the summer suck. But anyway, yeah, I that's one of my favorite things to do, and it's one of the reasons why I always put I put Phoenix as the location of the videos. I give that data to Google because it helps serve videos based on location, right? And so whether someone puts the geolocation in the metadata or if it's just in the title or description, based on your location on your account, either because of the physical location of your computer, your IP address, or because of like the information that's on your account, whichever, it gives YouTube the opportunity to serve you content based on that location. So I've always been a big fan of that, and anytime I see any kind of video that pops up about Phoenix or Arizona, and I'll be honest too, I haven't done any searches. This is just pure like algorithmic, like, here you go, serving me videos. I bet you I could find some really dope stuff I actually searched, specifically around food and restaurants. But I'm afraid to do that because then it's like I want to go. Like, there's already some restaurants in Scottsdale that I really, really want to go to. Richard Blaze, one of the judges from Next Level Chef, I really like that guy a lot. He's got 2 restaurants here, an Italian one and a Mexican one, a tapas one, and I'm like, I want to go so bad. But Tiffany just, she doesn't appreciate culinary like food like that. Like, she doesn't appreciate food like that. She's very, very basic, And for her, she's real simple. She doesn't require a lot, doesn't want a lot. When we go to restaurants, she orders very simple stuff. So I feel like we could definitely do a date, especially the Mexican food one. But I almost feel like I need to go with some other friends that are foodies to really appreciate the full experience. Anyway, speaking of food, we're at Costco. Gonna grab stuff for dinner as well as a couple of other items that Tiffany needed. So yeah, let's go shop at Costco.
All right, first things first, let's get stuff for dinner, which is tacos. It's Taco Tuesday, you know? So we're gonna grab some chicken. We have all the other ingredients that we need. We're gonna try Kevin's, I think it's cilantro lime chicken. We're gonna try that tonight for the first time. And then we need some seltzer water, bottled water, and I think Tiffany wanted me to check on detergent. We're also gonna check on if they've got the enchilada bake, because they've been out, they have not had the enchilada bake the last like 3 or 4 times I've been here. So we're gonna check and see if they have it, because I really, really want it. I really, really want it. Alfredo, bell peppers, mac and cheese, pizza. No enchilada bake. Damn, they just stopped making that altogether, didn't they? They don't even have the poke. I'd get another thing of poke if they had it. They don't have it either. They got the birria tacos. We gotta try that. 8 count. Okay, moving on. Ooh, chicken adobo, Filipino style. Ooh, those Dan noodles were so good. I'd get those again in a heartbeat. I still have this. Ooh, they actually are selling it. They lied to me. They said they weren't going to have this one after the guys left, but here it is. This is the one that I bought, the Vindaloo. Really, really tasty. So I got that on the back burner. We'll have that for dinner. This is what we're here for. Cilantro lime chicken from Kevin's. Paleo friendly. So that's what we're getting for dinner. All these like pre-cooked meal pouches. All right, gives you the protein, gives you the base, and then you just add to it to make a meal. Like this Thai style chicken crumbles for like lettuce wraps, teriyaki stir fry udon. Yes, sushi bake. Ooh. What is this? Heat and eat. Next, we're gonna check on some eggs. Tiffany said we need to get eggs. And it doesn't look like they have the 5 dozen, so we'll have to settle for the 2 dozen. Got the 18 packs. $2.92 a dozen, or $4 a dozen. So these are actually a better deal. You only get 18, but it's $3 a dozen versus $4 a dozen. Yeah, we'll go with these, they're organic. All right, next, water. Need some water. I'm okay with not having bottled water, but Tiffany needs it for convenience factors. Mostly by the side of the bed, that's why she does it. Next on my list is seltzer water. That's for me. I love drinking just like carbonated flavored water, not sweetened. Don't want any sweeteners, just want just like a squeeze of lime, a squeeze of lemon. The essence, if you will, as they call it. The essence. All right, we got the 4 items that I came for, and I'm gonna try and make it to the checkout line with my eyes closed so I don't get sucked into anything else, because that's the problem with Costco. Every time I come here, I always see something that I've never seen before, and I'm like, oh my God, it looks amazing. Oh my God, it looks awesome. Oh my God, oh. Like I swear, there are certain brands that make certain things just for Costco. They're like, we'll sell you this, but you can take a whole pallet of them. And most grocery stores are like, yeah, right. Costco's like, I got this. Yeah. Especially in the frozen food aisle. The frozen food section always gets me. I swear I need my own freezer just to store everything. The funny thing about Costco specifically is I shop here every day for work at the business center, right? Completely different store, has a different vibe, different feel. I come here and I see all the same brands and all the same labels, and I'm like, it just kind of throws me for a loop. Kind of trips me out, to be honest with you. So if you guys remember from a vlog a couple days ago, I talked a lot about olive oil and how when you're going to buy olive oil, you want to find one that's a single origin, 100% from one country. Usually it's going to be Italy, maybe Spain, if you're lucky, Greece, but most of them are going to come from Italy. So Kirkland's olive oil is a blend. It has the markers on the back that says it's from, one or more countries. It's usually 2 or 3. And then they've got 100% Italian extra virgin, so that'd be the one that I would get. But then you come down and you keep looking, and here's Spanish. So they've got one from Spain. I'd be very curious what the flavor profile would be on that. Taste by side by side. There's this brand, which is also from Spain. John Spain. And that's cool because it comes in a squeeze bottle, so it's like ready for cooking. Grapeseed oil. There's this here, extra virgin olive oil, Toscano PGI. So from Tuscany, it's a very specific place. And I'm assuming this is a much fancier olive oil. Hence why it's in a bottle. And making a big deal about that location. And then there's this one, which we saw this at Fry's. This is extra virgin olive oil. It says single origin, but I don't know where it's from. There's that QR code to scan. I've been doing more research and reading more stuff about olive oil and how really, really good olive oil is. In fact, the longevity guys drink olive oil every day. Like they put olive oil in all their food and they drink it like a shot or so of it every day because there's so much health benefits from it. So I'm tiptoeing into that world. So when I got home, I checked on the spa, just to, check on it, because it's been sitting dormant for over a week. And honestly, last weekend, I needed to do the chemicals and do all that stuff, but that's when I realized it wasn't working last Saturday. So yeah, it's been sitting kind of stale for over a week. So I popped the top, checked the chemicals. Surprisingly, the chemicals were not too far out of whack. So just because I had the lid on it, it kind of maintained its, it's maintained everything. And so yeah, I just put in my weekly chemical, topped off the water because it was a little low from just him working on it last night, and kind of, a lot of water got expelled. And so yeah, it's back to its normal temperature and it appears to be good to go. Though I will admit there's a lot of floaties. There's these little black pieces that are in the water, and he said it's just from the fittings, the couplers, the work that was being done, empty pipes. Now there's water running through them. So now there's a little bit of debris. And I never bought a skimmer, because really there's hardly ever anything that needs to be skimmed. So I ran the pump to try and get it to go into the filter, but it looks like they're a little too heavy. So I'm actually gonna have to use my little vacuum to try and suck them up. But I am due to drain the spa, drain it and put fresh water in it, because it's been over a year since I've done that. We had the leak last year, and so it was draining water down to a certain point. I was putting fresh water in, so it was cycling a little bit of the water. But at this point, it's due. I'm due for a drain, so I'm not too worried about the water at the moment. Though I do want to get in it. I told Tiffany, I was like, hot tub tonight? ? So maybe we'll try to get through this coming weekend, and then that week is when I'll drain it. Yeah, I kind of want to wait till it gets hot enough where I don't have to have the heater on, because once I drain it, put fresh water in, that water's gonna be kind of cool. Start that. That's what I want to do. So, yeah. Anyway, just go hang out inside, wait for Tiffany to get home.
But then once you get the vibe of what all the other teachers are wearing, you can get away with wearing whatever they were wearing.
New teacher clothes?
Yes, fun clothes.
Fun. Yeah, that's the best word to describe Sierra. Fun.
I got some more classy ones.
What do you call those pants?
Slacks,
Flowy pants?
I guess. Well, this is kind of like more of a slack
Gypsy
material, but those
pants?
are kind of like,
This is probably gonna look like a skirt.
yeah, probably. I got a knitted
I like
sweater
that.
thing. We'll see how it looks on if it's too
Sweater
cropped.
thing.
And then I got a couple collar shirts.
Very Emma Chamberlain. That's giving Emma
That's
Chamberlain
an
vibes.
obsession.
Yeah.
Love Emma Chamberlain vibes. Thought this was fun.
That's
Probably gonna wear this if it looks good on. Wear it on Thursday, my last day of student teaching.
very nice.
Some pants maybe. But all my black pants are dirty, so if that's the case, I need to. Unless it matches, Mom, do you think it goes? Is that too much brown?
As usual, straight to the kitchen for Tiffany. She's so hungry. She's ready to eat. I got some cilantro lime rice simmering there. These are the best tortillas. Guerrero brand is one of the best corn tortillas. I think they have these king size corn tortillas, the biggest corn tortillas you can find that I've found. They're my favorite. All right, so the what's the smallest avocado? This is like ridiculous. All right, so these the chicken comes in these little sous vide packages. The whole Kevin's line, cilantro lime chicken. It's actually a chimichurri. So just kind of broke the chicken up. It's already cooked. Kind of break it up in the package, almost like chunks, not necessarily shredded or diced. We're just kind of draining out the broth. I'm gonna throw this in a skillet.
feel like once we get the
Quite all about communication. It's not for people that want to succeed.
I'm like, all right, I know exactly what I need to get the scholarship. Last year I wasn't 100% sure, but things that are kind of important. So she was like, if you just complete the whole packet. So I mean, I don't have to get it right, I just complete it, and then she'll replace those 2 grades.
Camouflaged. Phew, those stink. Yeah. Oh, this looks awesome. Here's Tiffany's plate. Looking real good. Cilantro lime rice, chicken with a chimichurri with fresh avocado. She steamed some veg on the side. Nom nom. Mom, why'd you get such a big tortilla?
It's a carb one.
Of course.
Bryce loading up his. He's going with flour tortillas.
What do we got here? Onions and bell peppers? Just like some different kinds.
Ta-da! Looking real good.
And then your party, that's where, I mean, like, if you have any friends you want to invite, or like other slabs, everyone else, just send it in plan. I haven't really planned.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, because we talked about it this morning, but I lost in translation trying to explain it to my dad and brother. With the spa being fixed, it seemed fitting to jump in and enjoy the vibes. The weather's perfect. There's a slight breeze, not too hot, not too cold when you get out, and overall just feel like we got our money's worth fixing that thing. And that's my Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a great one yourself. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I appreciate it as always. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I post new vlogs like this every single day. And tomorrow's Wednesday, so come on back for another one.